So what I want to do now is just kind of start to, a tiki would be, it's basically made out of a tree, okay? So it would be kind of rounded. So what I want to do is cut some of this off, this sharp edge here, and then kind of cut this edge off here. Okay, we're not going to make it completely round, but we want to give it that effect. We'll kind of see how this one's taller. We'll go ahead and trim that off. And then trim this down. So basically getting off any of the sharp edges. Now I want to keep this pretty much flat this way and down here because that's where the tree would be cut. Looks like my cake actually was over a little bit on the top here, so just want to even that out. Okay, and the rest of it we can just kind of round it a bit with the buttercream. So we'll get this out of the way. Kind of dip this in the trash can here. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and trim up the cake board. Okay, because now I won't be needing any of this extra part. So I'm over a trash can. It's easier to cut it with a knife, a serrated knife, rather than trying to cut it with the scissors. This is double wall cardboard. I always try to use the double walls rather than the single. I don't even know why they sell the single wall, honestly, in a quarter sheet or half sheet. You really need a stronger cake board than that. Okay, so it looks like it almost slopes down a little bit that way. So what I'll do is I'll make this the bottom and this the top. Now what I want to do is kind of make my design. Tiki gods basically just carved wood. What you can do if you need to have something to look at, you could go on Google. I always say this, go on Google, hit images, and put in tiki pole, tiki god, and you'll come up with several different designs to kind of go off of. So what I'm going to do is I'll just start here. He's going to have kind of a point here and then come down here. So this part, it's going to be like the top of his head. Come down a little bit more like that. So I'm going to keep this part raised, and then I'll probably cut out pieces here between the eyes. So that's kind of his head. Then let's see, he'd have his eyes probably about here. The nice thing about doing it in the buttercream is you can always, you know, kind of wipe it off if you don't like it. Probably not quite in the middle there. This needs to come over this way, see? And then his nose would be kind of here. Give him a nice big nose, and then a mouth. Give kind of a crazy mouth. I'm going to give him like a crazy mouth with teeth. A lot of them have that. Something like that. Okay, and then down here we'll kind of keep this raised up a bit. Down here. Okay, so let me turn it around so you can see. Looks like a pumpkin. All right, so now what we want to do is basically carve out some of these areas. The eyes, the nose, the mouth, this part down here and this up here will all be raised up a bit. Because usually what you do is you carve in the wood around this area, around the eyes and things, so that actually goes in, and that will be a lighter wood grain. So what I'm doing is I just cut a little bit down this way, and then take my knife this way, cut around this eye here, cut in here. Okay, and see how I'm just removing some of the cake in there. And that's going to give it the effect that we've actually carved into the wood.